All right, folks, welcome back. Crash Report, November 3rd, 2025. Yes, it's November 4th, 2025. So we are going to do it to you here. This one is called Now Mexico 2 question mark. Well, yes. Yeah. Now Trump is threatening Mexico. He's threatening Mexico, Nigeria, let's see, Venezuela, Russia, gosh, Mars, I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we're brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. I know, usual spiel, but I signed on with them, and the reason why is because they're good at what they do. So if you're looking for taking your retirement, okay, this isn't just your whatever money. You take your money that goes to retirement, and it goes to these fine people that are highly rated, and they turn your IRA or your 401k into gold and silver, physical, okay? They hold on to it. When you retire, you get it all, okay? Link in the description should you be into that. All right, let's get started. It's late, and I should probably go to bed. We got a big day tomorrow, and yeah. So let's get started with your crisis report for November 4th, 2025, November 3rd, whatever. Let's talk about Mexico. There's some crazy stuff going on. I read earlier today on the crisis report alert, which is longer than usual, but I'm still getting kind of backed up and caught up from the weekend of not doing as much as I usually do. 37 people that are in direct contest of the Shine Bomb Morena party have been unalived from drug cartels. Just saying. Just saying. I'm sure there's no correlation whatsoever. So let's go. I haven't heard anything about this one since University of Virginia, Charlottesville warned of an active shooter on campus. They're being told to run, hide, fight. I don't have an update on this one. I'll look at it right now. Usually when these come and nothing comes afterwards, it was a false alarm. No evidence of attacker after issuing mission. All right, great, wonderful. Your kids are going to $75,000 a year school, and every week they've got another. You better go run, hide, and fight, and don't you dare own a weapon. Go get a pair of scissors, especially the ones that's got the rounded tips that you can run with, and go fend off a guy with an AR. Well, I guess it's good nothing bad happened. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard visited the U.S.-run Civil Military Coordination Center in Israel, where she met with top military and intelligence officials. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has officially called on global health authorities to remove mercury from all gibbities, the jabbers, following the United States decision to eliminate it. A lot of other countries are getting in line with this. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure that mercury is not good for you. Yeah. Mark Levin warns that politicians who fail to condemn Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes should be afraid. Now, I don't think he's saying anything that, trying to be bad or anything like that, but yeah. I think he's just, he's being Mark Levin, the command post. USS Gerald R. Ford is currently sailing west of the Alboran Sea, preparing to cross the Strait of Gibraltar in the next few hours and join the rest of the carrier strike group 12 on its journey to the Caribbean. For the past couple of hours, low-intensity clashes have occurred between the Syrian regime and Ceuta's National Guard west of Ceuta City. Ceuta's National Guard successfully captured most factories on the Canacir-Ceuta road as a result. Unlike prior times, Ceuta's National Guard forces on the ground weren't ordered to head back to the ceasefire front lines. Excuse me. Sorry. Got a frog in my throat. It's a change of weather crap. Hate it. Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, visited the U.S. operated Civil Military Coordination Center in Israel, meeting with high level military and other officials. Trump has reaffirmed his endorsement of Andrew Cuomo for New York City's mayoral race, saying, you must vote for him. All right, there we go. Sorry. I forgot I have a mute button, so I had to thunder cough. Be thankful you didn't hear that. I'm fine. I'm just dying. But aren't we all? German study shows rats catching bats from midair, speaking of which, for the first time, potentially enabling bat pathogens like Ronas and paramyxoviruses, if I said that right, spill over from rodents, changing disease patterns and increasing transmission risk to humans and domestic animals. So, show this rat hanging out from a window and catching a bat. It's impressive, if it wasn't AI generated. Peru breaks off diplomatic relations with Mexico over the ex-prime minister's asylum request. Foreign Minister Hugo de Zela told journalists that Mexico had committed the unfriendly act of opening an asylum process to former Prime Minister Betsy Chavez, served under President Pedro Castillo. Castillo was removed from office and arrested in late 2022 after attempting to dissolve Congress. Chavez is also facing criminal charges for her alleged role. Nothing runs great like a South American country. Election day in the U.S. tomorrow. What are you going to expect? Okay, so this is everything. November 4th, tomorrow, today, election day, mainly for the local races and a few statewide contests across the country, namely the statewide general elections for New Jersey and Virginia, dozens of mayoral elections, including New York City, alongside ballot proposals across the nation, most importantly, redistricting referendum in California, and some court elections in Pennsylvania. Most important races which have garnered the most attention, of course, are the New York mayoral race, alongside the two gubernatorial contests. New York's mayoral campaign between Zoran Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa seen as a major blow to the Democratic establishment and a big test for the electoral viability of the Democratic Socialists of America after Mamdani defeated Cuomo in the primary earlier this year. Former Governor Cuomo has failed to offer Curtis Sliwa any type of a deal to drop out and endorse him, despite many New York Republican officials endorsing Cuomo against Mamdani. Trump did. There are rumors that the Zionist... I'm just reading what they said. This is what they said. The reason that the people that love certain countries like Bill Ackman have even offered Sliwa we don't know this. This is all hearsay. Moving on, I'm about to get bored. Polling has Mamdani comfortably winning the three-way race, yet will potentially be the worst electoral performing Democrat in recent city history. The RCP average currently has him at 46% of the vote. Cuomo following at a distant 32%. Sliwa at 16%. However, polling severely underestimated Mamdani in the primary. It is likely he will receive anywhere between 50 to 58% of the final vote because they just love the socialisms there. New Jersey's election between Democrat Mikey Sherrill and Republican Jackie Ciccarelli has been much closer than anticipated. New Jersey has been a solid blue state. 21st century, however, last year, President Trump only lost by 5 points. Major swing to the right compared to 2020 when Joe won by 1 million votes. Ciccarelli has run a strong campaign, but is against the headwinds of an increasingly unpopular Trump administration It is expected that Cheryl will win by around 3 to 5 points, although an upset is not out of the question. Virginia, statewide elections expected to be the highlight of the night for the Democratic Party as Republican Winsome Earl Sears is, to put it mildly, really stupid compared to Democrat Abigail Spanberger, or Spermberger, as my dad will jokingly say. Spanberger, a former CIA agent, oh, wonderful, elected to Congress in 2018 midterms, seen as a moderate establishment figure in the Democratic Party. If she's moderate, good Lord. Famously criticized AOC and the progressive wing of the party after 2020, blaming them for the House losses that year. She is expected to win comfortably by anywhere between 8 and 11 points. Much needed boost to Democratic morale at a time when the party has been demolished by the GOP and leftists. She is very left. She is not a centrist by any stretch of the imagination. Attorney General's race. Entering the spotlight following Democratic Jay Jones text showing a fantasize about a GOP politician. White kids dying for being little fascists is the only possible victory for the GOP. Current Attorney General Jason Miatis is the only incumbent able to run for a re-election this year and has hammered away endlessly at the scandal while attaching himself to popular Governor Youngkin. However, they only get one and done in Virginia. However, with the government shutdown and the top of the ticket dragging the GOP down, it's likely Jay Jones will win in the end. I don't know about that. The race is a true toss-up, but it's expected Jones will eke out a win by 1 to 3 points. However, Miatis has a very decent chance of winning. Jones' victory would also open up the gates to the Virginia Democrats withdrawing the House of Representatives districts in the state, which would follow in California and Texas footsteps, drawing blatant partisan gerrymanders, further complicating the GOP's ability to retain the House in 2026. California's ballot proposal allowing the state to gerrymander out almost all California Republicans from the House of Representatives is expected to pass by huge margins. Just to see it already, California. So, that's the latest. That's what's going on. I don't know about Jay Jones. He's not doing well. I live in the area. Spanberger, I don't think he's going to win by 8 or 11. I'm thinking 5, maybe. Sears has come on strong. Ciccarelli, he could, but he'll probably lose by about 3. But it shows that the GOP, the right, are surging in New Jersey. California, at this point, should just break away. So, there you go. Israel's goal are twofold. Gain Lebensraum, strategic depth and expanded borders, and keep neighboring states weak and divided. Its benefits from fractured countries like Syria and Lebanon, and would prefer Iran destabilized rather than be denuclearized. Finnish President Alexander Stubb suggested that Donald Trump, Volodymyr Zelensky, and Vladimir Putin possibly meet at the G20 summit in South Africa later this month. Despite the idea, both Trump and Putin have said they won't attend, sending representatives instead. Belgium's Chief of Defense, General Frederik van Sina, has now authorized to jam or shoot down any unidentified drones flying over military bases. Currently, Belgium's drone defense tools, detection gear, jammers, drone guns remain limited. A major 9-month Democratic study found that working-class voters view Democrat as woke, weak, and out of touch. Some might say crazy. 6 in 10 have a negative opinion of the party, seeing Republicans as stronger and more patriotic. These voters say Democrats focus too much on social issues and too little on everyday economic stress. According to Politico, you are correct because nobody gives a crap what bathroom you freaking use. Ugh. Third-rate Congressman Thomas Massey, come on, Trump. Weak and pathetic rhino from the great Commonwealth of Kentucky, a place I love and one big 75 billion times, must be thrown out of office ASAP. Captain Ed Gowrine has my complete and total endorsement against Massey. Thank you for the attention to this freaking subject. I really love Captain Ed Gowrine. He's the best. Thomas Massey is not good for America. Pray for the Philippines. Typhoon Tino is approaching. Come on, Poplar. Get the ring on that thing and move on, buddy. Ukrainian drones strike on Russia's largest oil refinery, known as the Saratov. Renovating the Roosevelt Roads Naval Base in Puerto Rico, expanding runways, aircraft maintenance facilities, and ammunition depots. Yeah, why not, right? Ukraine received a new batch of English Storm Shadow cruise missiles. And the United States sending troops and CIA's covert agents to Mexico for counter-drug cartel and its facilities, according to state media. Okay. Now we're going into Mexico, folks. Yes, now Mexico too. Trump. There could be U.S. airstrikes, the military boots on the ground in Nigeria. Record numbers of Christians in Nigeria are being killed. There are other very bad countries in that part of the world where they're killing Christians in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen. 6 dead, 25 hospitalized. Nationwide listeria outbreak linked to pre-cooked pastas. Cases are in California, Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, North Carolina, Nevada, Ohio, Oregon, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Washington. National debt of the United Kingdom has tripled in the last 20 years and now stands at almost 100% of GDP. According to the newspaper, it's the highest growth of this indicator amongst all developed economies. A detailed action plan against Russia has been developed in NATO. Brussels, commander of the alliance's land forces, General Donahue, has published a comprehensive plan of 4,400 pages that outlines NATO's strategy in the event of a conflict with Russia Federation. Document regulates measures on the eastern flank and focuses on the massive use of drones and autonomous systems, operational deployment of heavy weapons, and the creation of a unified network for sharing intelligence information. In the alliance, this phase of the preparation is openly referred to as Phase 0. General Donahue stated that, in his view, following the conclusion of the conflict in Ukraine, the threat of hypothetical attack on NATO member states, particularly the Baltic states, would increase. More than a third of companies in Germany plan to cut jobs in 2026, according to Der Spiegel. Citing a survey of the Institute of the German Economy, only 18% intend to hire new employees. Situation is particularly difficult in the industry. 41% of companies in the sector are preparing for layoffs. Only 1 in 7 companies are considering expanding their workforce. Investment activity is also declining. 33% of companies plan no investment in new projects. Experts point out that there are no signs of an economic turnaround. The mood in the economy remains bleak, although the latest IFO Business Climate Index has shown slight increase in confidence, especially in the industrial sector. They're coming back, baby. Join, like, subscribe, share. You will love it. Come on down. Be a part of the PrepperNow community, folks. Join us on the Crisis Report. Join us as a member here, like Stealth Mode and John Evans and others. Water Tiger, Friends, Brindle, BO1. Join us. Join the Alliance as we take command of the... No, we're just going to tell you what's going on. Friends are brought to you by Augusta Precious Metals. Check it, link in the description. Other than that, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Join us on Substack. You can do it for free. Join us on Twitter, Minds, Gab, X, True Social. Join it for free. Join us on Subscribe Star Locals. That's not free, but you get really cool stuff that you can't put on Facebook. Other than that, God bless you all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. And we will see you on the next one. You guys have a great, great, great night. And girls, same bat channel, same bat time tomorrow night. Good night. Stack it to the rafters.